Hi, Aram here. Um, this is the lamb. The sacrificial lamb has been used literally and symbolically for tens of thousands of years to represent something you sacrifice, something sacrificed for in exchange for something else given. Um, and it can take any form. So someone comes in and basically takes your children and in exchange they give you a lamb to eat, a trade. It's not always fair. It doesn't always make sense. Most of the time it doesn't make sense. But it's how the warrior class works. That you sacrifice. And so this morning I had someone on Messenger. I was talking to him. I told him about three species: Denisovan Asia, Neanderthal Europe, and Sapien Africa. And he said, "Well, so what? What does it matter? Does it matter?" So I wrote back. I said, "Well, African Americans have Neanderthals' immune system. Sub-Saharan Africans do not have Neanderthals' immune system. Neanderthal carries the addiction gene. So if you want to know why there's so much heroin being trafficked and cocaine and marijuana, just you can blame the Neanderthals' addictive personality. They were, they lived in caves and inhaled a lot of smoke for hundreds of thousands of years, and it impacted their genome, made them hungry for opiates, and um, um, sapien has a higher incidence of diabetes and pancreatic cancer, exacerbated by alcohol and tobacco use. Denisovans have some crazy skin problems. So, um, Basically what I said was I told him those things, and I said, well, it means better health care. You got to know who you are, what's inside of you. So we're three species in mixtures. So you need to know what species mixture genome you have. We need to be treated by veterinarians, not doctors. For some reason, we've decided that species distinction stops at the human race, and we just graduated into races instead of species, and it's really a stupid thing to do. We shouldn't have done it, and it's had catastrophic effects on our health care, our identities, our understandings of who we are. It's kind of like saying, I'm saying, let's say I said, hey, you have a dog and a cat. Hey, look, this is, and they're all called uh, dog cats, you know, the dog cats. And someone says, you know what? I've actually, this looks like two species here. This looks like cats and dogs. I mean, if you split them up, there's actually two groups of animals here. Um, it matters. Dogs are not cats. Cats are not dogs. They have different personalities. They have different needs, different behaviors. When you take them to the vet, you expect your cat. If your cat has some kind of horrible disease, you expect your veterinarian to treat your cat. Based on knowledge of cats, physiology, genome. And when you bring in a dog, you expect them to treat a dog, not a cat. Um, so I think that, of all the myriad benefits of having three species and mixtures, healthcare is an enormous one. And I guess I should just call out the medical establishment and the Human Genome Project, the Cancer Genome Project, all the hospitals and scientists to say, you guys are really real shitheads for not telling the truth, making believe that there's not three species and mixtures. You've impacted the health and well-being of the planet so much that really you should all lose your jobs and be replaced by people who tell the truth. Uh, I know that's not going to happen, but I think you should start training a new generation of people who can be honest about who we are, so we can get better health care. Uh, I know that the warrior class, balances life and death, and maybe they want you to be alive so you can, buy plastic toys, or maybe they want you to be dead so you know, so they can use you as fertilizer. I don't know, but I think it's time for everyone to start thinking about universal health care, the concept that we all remain healthy in our lives, and I know you're going to say, well, the average age of people is going to increase, the population of the planet is going to increase. That assumes that the birth rate continues to rise. I don't believe that. I believe that the birth rate will actually go down with better health care, better quality of life. People who have a poor quality of life are desperate to uh, give birth to people who can help them survive. So they, 10 babies, 8 of them, 7 of them survive, and maybe they'll be able to tend to the farm and beg for change and take care of you in your old age. Well, that's not going to happen so much with 3 species and mixtures, because what will happen is people's quality of life will improve and the birth rate will go down. Yes, the average age will go up, but it'll be balanced by a lower birth rate. And if there's no guarantees of that, you incentivize people not to have so many children. China did it, and it's fair. If you want to offer people money to not have children, just do it. Say, hey, we'll give you half off your mortgage if you don't have any children. Rather than poisoning and disease, distributing disease and stuff. Anyway, those are my thoughts about being honest about 3 species and the benefits to healthcare, and my call out of healthcare professionals who are a bunch of liars. Take care. Bye.